It's been 2 weeks since the XZ concert and my conversation with Uncle Kaito. In that time, my team is still undefeated and stronger than ever. Caldi, Sho, Mayu, and I put in extra hours of practice as we prepare ourselves for more difficult opponents. Things have been going amazingly well between Yuna and I. She passed her English speaking exam with flying colors, and now we practice over all the time. Lately, she improved immensely, and we try to use English as often as possible. I hadn't realized how much I missed speaking English until now. It's nice to have a partner to chat with. When I'm with her, I'm reminded of home. Nikki is Fuck. Sorry. Nikki is up to her usual tricks in the kitchen. When they were short-staffed at the cafe, Nikki finally had her chance to show off her skills as a cook. She impressed the chef so much that she no longer has to spend her time washing dishes. Of course, with greater responsibility comes longer hours at work. Uncle Kaito has been working harder than ever. This week in particular, he has been leaving the house earlier in the morning and coming home way past midnight. I have a feeling it's not just work that's keeping him busy. Maybe he started to reconcile his relationship with a certain favorite app. Well, hello. My name is Gat and welcome back to Ace Academy. We are going down the Yuna route. And let us continue. It's Halloween, so let us dress up as Batman, the Dark Knight. I'm Batman. Enough said. After prepping and changing into my costume, I hop on my bike and head to campus. When I reach the pilot's lounge main entrance, I text Sho, only to see him waving at me.
Brosif!
Hey. He's in a Yosogami high school uniform. Persona 4. He grins.
That's right.
I never noticed until now, but the real Sho looks and acts very similarly to Yosuke Hanamura. Hamanura, whatever. That's a perfect Yosuke cosplay, man. Good stuff. His eyes widen in surprise.
Yosuke?
Yeah. He frowns.
No, not Yosuke. I'm supposed to be you, not Akami.
I don't see it. I don't see it. You definitely fit the profile on a secondary character, the protagonist's best friend.
No way! I won't settle for that role.
I'm afraid it's already been decided. Because you look exactly like Yosuke in that cosplay. He looks like he's about to argue, but then sighs.
I knew I should have gotten that white wig sooner. It was still being delivered.
At least he accepts his fate.
Speaking of outfits...
He looks at me.
Master Wayne, which Batman are you?
The best one. He nods solemnly.
I would expect nothing less.
I would expect nothing less. Two guys dressed as salt and pepper shakers enter the building.
Shall we get going?
Where are the girls?
They met up in Kaori's dorm to get ready. They'll be over soon. We can head in first. We entered the pilot's lounge and I gape at the surroundings. There are fake cobwebs lining the corners of the ceilings and walls, and fake bats and spiders are strategically placed in nooks and crannies. The lights are dim, which gives the place a spookier feel. I barely even recognize the lounge. This place looks awesome. There's a decent number of people here, and I recognize most of the pilots. I assume there are also engineers and team managers here too. It's a little hard to tell who everyone is while they're in costume. And there are some pretty great costumes here. Some people went full out creative and dressed up as hilarious memes or puns, while others chilled out for fancy, well-crafted costumes. But of course, the winners of this evening are all the beautiful ladies who can only technically be considered dressed. I sigh contentedly. This takes me back to my first CINY costume party. I think I'm in heaven.
Fucking Sho every time, man. I just think fucking Sho's his mind is like,
And his dick is like... I don't know why, it's just like, every time with that fucking face too. Sho's eyes are wide and his mouth hangs agape. He's staring hard at a group of girls dressed in a range of costumes, from sexy teacher to cute Japanese idol cosplay.
Whoa, there they are!
Sho points to a group of girls standing near the couches. As I squint to get a better look, I realize it's the rest of our team.
Looks like they made it here before us. Come on!
Sho and I weave through the crowd and make our way to the girls.
Hey!
Sho's demeanor changes mid-word from excited to confused.
Hey there, cuties. Hello!
Fucking Cowdy every time.
Hi.
Mayu smiles and waves. Sho's face is bright red, and he's having trouble making eye contact. I don't blame him. Cowdy is wearing a knight's outfit from a currently popular fantasy anime, and in typical anime fashion, the armor is more aesthetically pleasing than functional. As a healthy heterosexual male, Yuna's witch costume makes it hard to focus on her face. Mayu is dressed in a cute magical girl cosplay. I'm impressed by the intricacies of her costume and how well it complements her. Finally, Valerie. I think the plethora of guys oogling her speaks volume about her Neko girl outfit. Valerie spins her tail playfully.
So, what do you boys think?
What a time to be alive!
Valerie giggles.
Let's go get some drinks?
We all nod and head over to the bar.
Hey!
Yuna appears in front of me, wearing a wide smile as the group moves on. Hi, Yuna.
The Dark Knight!
Hell yeah. I grin. She looks at me playfully.
Does that mean you'll be saving all of the damsels in distress this evening?
Only if it's you. I take a step closer, and her cheeks flush as I close distance. I'm only interested in protecting one person. She wraps her arms around my neck and kisses me.
Good, because I don't like sharing. On that note...
Yuna holds out her hands to the side, giving me a clear view of her outfit.
What do you think?
Love it. Like, 100% I love it. Love it. It's really great. I don't know why, but I love it this big, you know? This big. I love it. Super cute, like you always are. She blushes and beams.
Thank you! Let's go catch up with the rest of the group.
Sure. Once we all reconvene at the bar, we order our drinks and find an open table amongst the couches.
It's so unfair that I still can't have anything alcoholic.
Valerie pouts and puts an arm around Mayu.
Isn't that right?
Mayu speaks softly.
I don't want to drink even if I could. Really? You have to at least try it once.
I feel Sho elbow my side.
If she's this excitable normally, I wonder how she'd act when drunk.
I don't even want to imagine the trouble she'll get us all into. Sho laughs.
True that, brosif.
Hey, enough with your private conversation. Let's play a game.
Yuna perks up.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Mayu nods excitedly. Even Cowdy seems impressed.
Okay, what game were you thinking, Valerie?
Why did I say impressed? It's interested. What the fuck?
Well, in honor of Sho's cosplay of Yosuke.
Not Yosuke!
Mayu looks surprised.
Really? I thought you were Yosuke this whole time.
Sho slumps on the table.
Not you too, Mayu!
I'm sorry. It's just you portray him perfectly. With that outfit, I mean. Wasn't Yosuke the comic relief?
And a pervert.
It's like someone copy and pasted that character and changed the name to Sho. The group nods. Sho groans.
You guys are killing me here.
Yuna looks at Valerie.
What game were you thinking about? The King's Game.
The King's Game?
It's easy. We number chopsticks and give one of them a special symbol. Whoever picks the symbol is the king.
Oh, that sounds easy enough.
What can the king do? The better question is what the king can't do. He'll command one of the numbers to do something, and his order is absolute. Don't worry, it's a lot of fun.
Well, I guess it couldn't hurt to try it.
Everyone looks at Cowdy in surprise. She's the last person who we would expect to agree to a game like this. She blinks at us.
What? It's only us playing. I'm sure no one is going to make an unreasonable command.
Cowdy glares at Sho.
Right?
Sho shifts uncomfortably.
Right.
Then it's settled.
Valerie grabs some chopsticks and marks them with numbers, and then marks one of them with a color. She shuffles them on the table, then holds them in her hands so the marks are covered.
Let the games begin.
My heart races in anticipation as we all grab a stick. I turn mine over and see the colored marking. Lucky. I watch as the rest of my friends turn theirs over. Cowdy wears her best poker face. If I didn't already have the king stick, I wouldn't know what she had in her hands. Sho faces one of bitter disappointment. I wonder what he had planned as king. Mai breathes a sigh of relief. I guess she doesn't want to be king. Valerie seems indifferent about her stick. She probably would be happy She would be happy as either king or subject. Yuna looks around the table.
Who's the king?
I offer my glorious crown. Chopstick.
Brosif's got it. What is your command, your majesty?
Let's think for a moment. I command. I command number 2 to give me a tight hug. Number 2 must give me a hug. Yuna blinks.
Oh, that would be me.
She looks at me, then blushes.
You lucky bastard.
Hell yeah, I am. Valerie snorts, but Cowdy and Mayu looks confused.
Why? It's a hug between friends. It's nothing unusual.
Just friends. Poor Cowdy. She doesn't even know. Not exactly between friends, but that's not it.
You don't understand at all.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I want to hear that one more time. What the fuck?
What?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You don't need to know. Shit.
Enough talk. Hurry up already.
I don't know why, but that fucking got me. The fucking... Don't worry about it. Valerie smirks. Yuna and I stand up and approach each other.
So I will,
Yeah, okay. And I'll go here? We awkwardly lean in the same direction, then switch again, and still almost collide with each other. This is a lot harder with people watching.
Okay, here, just
fucking do it. Yuna wraps her arms around my waist and places her head on my shoulder. As I embrace her, I can't ignore the soft pressure against my chest. I feel her kiss my left cheek, the one which faces away from the group. My face reddens. I can hear Sho muttering something under his breath about being jealous. Yuna and I untangle from each other. We hugged before, but to do in front of a group is still embarrassing.
Aw, that was so cute.
Let's play again!
Sho, let's play again. Please, I want to be king. We're all surprised by Sho's outburst.
I will be king!
Everyone bursts into laughter.
You wish.
We play a few more rounds of the King's Game, and Sho never once drew the colored stick. Watching his frustration as some of us become repeated kings was an endless source of amusement. I wonder if his luck is really that bad, or if a certain blonde was rigging the game for her own amusement. Alrighty, let's head to the next Yuna route event. Alrighty, let's go hang out with Yuna. I wonder if Yuna's still trying out different clubs. The last couple of times I went with her was pretty fun. Let's see what she's up to. I dial Yuna's number. She seems out of breath when she answers.
Hello?
Hey Yuna, checking out any new clubs today? She chuckles.
Nope, I've decided on what I want to do.
Oh really? What did you choose?
Tennis!
I grin. I had a feeling she'll come back to that. Is that what you're doing Is that what you're doing now?
Actually, I decided to participate in the Tennis Open League today.
Does that mean you're going to try out for the school league next year?
Maybe. I'm not sure yet. It's still a huge time commitment, but I can always drop in on club matches. You're coming, right?
She tries to keep her tone light, but a hint of worry sneaks in her voice. I know that being there to support her would mean a lot. Plus, there is no way I'm going to turn down another opportunity to see her in that cute tennis outfit. Of course, I'll be that loud voice in the stands cheering you on. She giggles.
I'll be disappointed if I don't hear you.
I'll be sure to yell extra loud. Meet you at the courts?
Okay, see you soon.
We hang up the phone and I make my way to the rec center. The event has a strong turnout, and while the spectator space is not as large as our other venues, more than half of the seats are filled. I scan the crowd of students lining the tennis courts in search of Yuna. She's off on her own, leaning into a runner's stretch. Hey Yuna. Her face lights up when she sees me.
You're here. Thanks for coming.
I wasn't going to miss another chance to watch you wipe the floor with your opponents. She laughs.
It won't be so easy this time. I recognize some of the students from the Ace Tennis League. There's a good chance I'll have to play against them.
I take another look at the students holding tennis rackets. Most of them keep to themselves. They wear solemn faces and quietly stretch. A small group of students are gathered in a circle. Those must be the league members. I don't think I know who any of them are. Yuna pauses and points out the one she recognizes.
That girl with short hair is also a second year and a pretty strong player on the team. She's actually from my hometown. We trained together in high school.
The girl is one of the only students with a smile on her face. She rolls her wrist and lets her racket hang loose by her side.
The guy to her left is a first year. He just made it onto the team, so he's still in training.
As Yuna gives the stats on her opponents, her demeanor changes. Her posture relaxes and her eyes glance alertly around the court. She fits right in with the rest of us. She fits in with the rest of us in the pre-combat room if she were a pilot.
And that small guy beside them is actually their star player.
You know why you gotta point out that he's small? Just don't, okay? There's nothing wrong with being short. Don't be hating on short people. I'm sorry guys, it's just I'm 5'3", I'm fucking short. Man. Really? I glance skeptically at him. He looks like a high schooler who's still waiting to go through puberty. Well, I look like a right now 21, I look like a high schooler that's been through puberty already. I look like right now I look like a junior in high school. But man, when I got out of high school, man, when I was 17, when I graduated, I looked like a high schooler going through puberty.
Yeah, he's a third year and captain of the tennis team. In fact,
Yuna points again to the first girl.
Will probably take his place as captain next year. He's also left-handed.
And that means?
I should have worked harder on my backhand.
So it sounds like those few are the only real challenge here.
That's only as far as I know. There may be some hidden diamonds nobody knows about.
Baby girl, you're gonna be great anyway. You're gonna mop the floor with everyone here. Because you all know why? Because you're fucking Yuna. Mi amor. You'll do fine. Well, even if there are, you don't have to worry about them. I've seen firsthand what you can do. And I know you will win this thing. She blushes.
Thanks.
Spectators are being ushered to their seats as the organizers announce the first matchup. I better go so I can claim a good seat. Yuna nods. Before I go, I wrap my arms around her and pull her into a hug. Then, I kiss her cheek. Good luck, I'll be rooting for you. Her cheeks are flushed, but she grins.
Thanks.
As I leave, she fidgets with the edge of her racket as she looks out into the crowd. I guess she is nervous after all. The first few rounds are between students I don't know. I hardly watch the matches, as they all kinda bleed together. Finally, Yuna's first match is up. I sit up in my seat and wave as she walks onto the court. She smiles in acknowledgement. Her opponent is a random student I don't recognize. I settle back into my seat. This will probably be a quick match. As predicted, Yuna demolished the poor guy. Soon, the second round of matches begin, and Yuna is pitted against the first year Team League player. He scowls at Yuna, but she seems undisturbed. In the end, Yuna demolished him too. He stomped off the stage as I cheer along with the rest of the crowd for Yuna. When she's matched with the girl from the tennis team, the two of them nod in respect for each other. Yuna grips her racket tightly. A look of concentration replaces the smile on her face. A look of concentration replaces a smile on her opponent's face. They're more equally matched, I assume because they're used to each other's style, and know each other's strengths and weaknesses, although Yuna claims to be out of practice. Still, she comes out victorious with a 2-point lead. Finally, the two remaining contenders are Yuna and the third-year captain of the Ace Tennis League. Even from my seat, Yuna seems to tower over him, but he is unfazed. They ready their rackets as Yuna gives the first serve. Just like when I played against her, her racket connects with the ball in a resounding crack. It speeds across the net in a blur, but her opponent seems to be waiting for the ball and easily returns her serve. They continue to follow the ball back and forward. I lean forward in my seat, holding my breath. He strikes towards Yuna's left, and her backhand misses. The audience lets out a collective gasp. Their match is the most engaging as the two of them dart across the court. They are tied, and the last point wins the match. Ultimately, Yuna misses another backhand strike, and her opponent is named the victor. I race back down to the courts. Yuna and the captain are speaking, and as I approach, I catch the tail end of their conversation.
Did you try out for the league this year?
Yuna shakes her head.
No, I was focused on my studies and was worried the league might be too much of a time commitment.
No wonder I haven't seen you play before. I'll admit I was really impressed by your skills. You should try out for the league next year. I'm positive you'll make it onto the team.
Yuna smiles politely.
Thank you for the offer. I'll definitely keep that in mind.
I hope you do.
He glances my way, then politely excuses himself. As he walks away, I sneak up behind Yuna and attack her with a hug from behind.
Ah!
She whirls to face me and smiles. You were so awesome out there.
Thanks, but I didn't win.
No, but you and the freaking captain of the tennis league were neck and neck for the majority of the match.
I know.
I thought she would finally realize just how impressive that was and crack a smile, but she frowns instead.
If only I'd practiced my backhand. I know I could have beaten him in his smug face.
Oh wow. I knew Yuna was competitive, but I had no idea she was this competitive. I've never seen this side of you, but it's freaking hot. I didn't know you had it in you.
Had what?
Salty Yuna.
I'm not salty.
You're pretty salty. You're probably gonna give me high blood pressure. Oh shit. You're so salty, you're giving me high blood pressure. I don't know what it is, but I feel like me and my character, just whatever we comment, are like pretty close. I didn't know he was gonna say high blood pressure. What the fuck? Fuck, man. I got a sixth sense for this shit. Yuna blinks and laughs.
I guess I am overreacting a bit, aren't I?
Just a tad bit. A little. She sighs and buries her face in my chest.
But I was so close.
I stroke her hair. I know.
Well, it looks like everyone is leaving.
Yeah. We should probably leave too.
I'm going to go to the lockers and shower. Thanks for coming out again.
This was fun. She smiles.
I'll see you later.
I say my goodbyes, and we head our separate ways. Alrighty, let's get to the next Yuna event. Well, hello. We are at this beautiful garden, and we're gonna hang out with Yuna, so let us continue. Luckily, we arrived right before the next scheduled tour, and we're all able to secure a spot with the group. The tour guide leads us on a gravel path and speaks non-stop about the history of the garden and each plant that we see. The history stuff is kinda cool. I wish I had the money to commission my own garden paradise, but does this guy really have to go into detail about every single plant? Like, really? I survey the flowers and trees around me. Bright petals of color sway gently in the breeze, and a few of them float towards our feet. I wonder how they keep this place so green at this time of year. As I glance around the group, everyone seems to be focused on the greenery around us. I look out past the field of flowers and admire how far and wide the garden is. It is pretty impressive. A flash of striped fur peeks out amid the colorful petals. What was that? A few paces later, I catch another glimpse of a gray striped tail before it disappears back amongst the flowers. Is that a lemur? There are no lemurs in Japan, stupid. No, you see something, go investigate. I don't know what it is. I'm still a kid like that too. Like, if you see something like cool, go investigate. But not around East Coast. I'm not gonna do that shit around here. Like Montebello or like anywhere that's not East Coast, I'll go investigate. Fucking where my aunt lives in like the white ass neighborhoods with her white husband. You know, like the what are they called? Suburban areas. Like, go investigate, you know? Whoa, does this garden have exotic animals too? I gotta find out. I step off the path and venture into the grass, careful not to step on any flowers. I'm not sure where the lemur went, but there are like trees right, I don't know where the lemur went, but they're like trees, right? They're like trees, what the fuck? I steer towards a small grove of trees, and I go deeper into the garden. Right when I'm about to enter the grove, I pause. Is that a voice? Turning around, I spot Yuna. She pants as she catches up with me.
Finally! Didn't you hear me calling you?
Nah, I was trying to find a lemur. No, sorry. What are you doing here? Why aren't you with the group?
I should be asking you that. We're not supposed to deviate from the path. You could get in so much trouble.
Girl, don't worry about it. Like, help me find this lemur.
Come on, we need to go back.
Yuna grabs my hand. Wait, we can't go back yet. She's about to reply when we hear a rustling in the bushes behind us. Yuna's eyes grow wide.
What was that?
I'm not sure. There's a chance it could be something dangerous. Is that why we're not supposed to strain from the path of the fight? The wrestling intensifies. Yuna, get back! Yuna, get back! Out of instinct, I step between Yuna and the bushes and throw my arms to protect her. Just as I get into position, a dainty cat hops out of the bushes and pauses. It wags its gray striped tail, and licks a paw, then runs away. My cheeks redden as I realize what I've just done. I just tried to save Yuna from a cat. I turn around and rub the back of my head, trying to ignore the heat in my cheeks. Sorry, false alarm? To my surprise, Yuna's cheeks are just as red as mine, and a broad smile graces her lips. Her eyes sparkle as she looks at me with admiration. What?
You put yourself in danger to protect me.
It was just a cat. She shakes her head.
No. I mean, yeah, it was. But you didn't know that. You thought it was something dangerous, and you didn't want me to get hurt.
My face feels even hotter as I try to stammer out a reply. It's nothing. I just wanted you to be Yuna cuts me off with a kiss as her lips press against mine. I blink in surprise, then melt into her kiss. Her hands rest on my chest, and she gently pulls away. Wrapping my arms around her, I pull her in close and kiss her again. We spend some time together before rejoining the group. Alrighty, let's get to the next Yuna event. Alrighty. Alright, let's get to the next Yuna event. So, let us continue. Yuna pops into my mind, and I decide to give her a call. I wonder how she's spending her reading week. She answers the phone almost immediately.
Hello?
Hey, Yuna.
Oh, I was in the middle of calling you when you called me.
Does that mean you were thinking of me? About me?
Yes.
Oh, good? I'm a little surprised by how frank she is. Well, obviously I was thinking about you too.
Would you like to come over?
Sure, I'll be right there.
Great. I'll see you soon.
When we hang up, I head to my bike and drive to Yuna's house. After parking, I knock soundly on her door. There's a shuffling on the other side, and it takes her a while before she opens the door.
No!
No, get out of here! I didn't want you, Get. I wanted the other Get. She slams the door shut again. That was strange. There are more noises on the other side of the door before Yuna flings it open.
Hi!
Hey. Woof! I stare at the waggling ball of fur trying to jump free from her arms. Puppy! I fucking love puppies, man. I open my arms and Yuna lets the puppy hop into them. Its tail slams my body with each wag as the puppy tries to plant kisses all over my face. You didn't tell me you got a dog.
I'm just borrowing him for now.
Borrowing? Yuna moves aside so I can enter and closes the door behind me. Then she puts the puppy down. It scampers to my leg and paws at my feet as I carefully make my way to the couch. Yuna sits down beside me.
Okay, not really borrowing. I've been volunteering at the local animal shelter since I moved to Isokaze, and when I found out they needed foster homes for some of their pets, I volunteered to take Mochi home with me. As you can tell, he loves people, and he's already been housebroken, so they don't think it'll be long before he gets adopted.
Mochi tries fruitlessly to hop on the couch and misses each time. After attempting a few more times, he sits back down on his haunches and whines. Yuna giggles, then scoops him back up in her arms, then sets him in her lap. How long have you had him?
About a week. Actually, I wanted to ask you about that. I'll have to give him back next week, but I don't really want to.
You want to adopt him? She nods and fondly pets Mochi's head.
The house doesn't feel so big and empty when he's around.
I glance around the living room. The space is conservatively decorated, but includes a lot of photographs of the family. Antique vases and cabinets tastefully fill the space. I wonder if these are family heirlooms or items passed down from generation to generation. Looking at all the smiling faces of Yuna, Yudai, and their parents, I can understand why Yuna feels alone in such a big house. She's constantly reminded of the past. What did your parents say? Yuna bites her lip.
I haven't told them yet.
Okay. Not even about fostering the puppy?
No. I'm not sure what they'll say. We used to have dogs back when we still lived in the countryside, so it's not like I don't know how to take care of them. Maybe they won't even notice.
Mochi's plush bed is in the corner where the kitchen and living room connects. Compared to the rest of the decor, his colorful and modern toys stick out like a sore thumb. I think they might. She frowns and furrows her brow. Mochi seems to sense her anxiety and places his paw on her chest and licks her face again.
Mochi!
He turns her face away but laughs. Aw, look at that. Look how happy he is. I think he likes you.
I think so too.
You should keep him. Your parents would understand. You two are meant for each other. She giggles.
You might have some competition for my affection now.
Oh shit, yeah. Never mind. He needs to go. Now. Immediately. She laughs again. It sounds like you already made up your mind.
Maybe.
She pauses.
It's not that I'm worried my parents will say no. I don't think they'd be opposed to the idea. I don't want them to think they're bad parents. I understand why they don't stay here for too long, and I don't want them to think I'm lonely.
Are you lonely?
It can be a little quiet.
Well, whenever it feels too quiet, you can always give me a call, and I'll come and keep you company. She blushes.
Thanks.
We pause. Do you ever miss countryside? She blinks in surprise.
A little. I love Isokaze, but sometimes I wish we were a little closer to nature. What about you?
Me too. I'm not gonna lie, I do like, I don't know, like the idea of going outside and hunting, camping, hiking, you know what I mean? I just don't really like the city life that much, you know? I know what you mean. Whenever I need to clear my head, I like to sit in the green of the trees and think. Yuna smiles.
Me too. Something about being away from the noise of everyday life is really soothing.
Why don't we do something to get away this weekend?
Like what?
We could go camping.
But what about exams?
We've already been studying hard for them all week. A break would be nice, especially since we don't have to get burned out. Yuna looks thoughtful as a smile graces her lips.
It doesn't sound so bad. Plus, I haven't gone in a while.
Then, it's about time, isn't it?
Okay, let's do it.
Mochi yips and hops off Yuna's lap. He races towards his bed of toys, sliding on the hard floor.
I think he wants to play.
Tug of war, man. I was playing with my mom's dog. We were just playing tug of war. It's a little chihuahua. It's so funny. This little chihuahua's like. Mochi grabs a thick braided rope in his mouth, and I grab the other end, then lightly tug. Mochi pulls back, his tail still wagging. I increase the pressure, and Mochi pushes his weight back onto his hind legs, so his butt is in the air. He growls affectionately as he shakes his head back and forward. I gently let go, and my end of the rope drops harmlessly to the ground. Mochi pauses and cocks his head to the side, as if asking what I'm doing. You were too strong, man. Like, wow. You're too strong. Yuna giggles.
Mochi, you won! Oops, now that he's all wound up, I should probably take him for a walk so he doesn't accidentally wet himself.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Do you want to join?
I glance out the window at the darkened sky. I should probably get back before it gets too late. Yuna nods.
Thanks for coming over.
No problem. Bye, Mochi. Yuna picks up one of Mochi's paws and waves it around.
Bye-bye.
We both laugh as Mochi looks down at his paws in confusion. Yuna grabs the leash and secures it around Mochi's neck. Then, we leave the house together. She heads towards the park while I head back to my bike and drive home. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna end it there. If you liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and leave a comment. Alrighty guys, this is goodbye, and as always, bye bye.